We're going to let the beat build for a second. I see there's 4 people here. Just one like? Oh my God. I forgot to turn that down. My bad. I mean, it's my channel, so of course I'm going to let the ad run. You know, I got to moderate and all of that stuff at the same time. Please hit the like. All you got to do is double tap your screen. We're going to look at this dude for a second. Hey, Auntie Leah. I wasn't expecting to see anybody over here from the family, but it's always good. It's always good. I want to let the beat build. Let the beat build for real. Like, because I'm feeling real hip-hop. I'm feeling so hip-hop in this moment. Because, see, I've been waiting for this idiot. This guy. Who's friends with that guy to say something. I mean, you can get a better picture of the full image on the thumbnail. See, this was fabulous. I've been waiting on you. Ooh, I've been waiting on you. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that the community we've all been building together can support each other so wonderfully. So apparently this doofus, and you are a doofus, sir, because if anybody shouldn't have anything to say, it should be you. But I guess selling out a black woman for $2 million a year to not be funny. Like, I understand why they had your stuff on Funny or Die, but I think you should have just did the latter because you were never the former. Like real rap. You want to come for who? You want to talk about who's bitter? You're about to be. And you know who's going to make sure of it? Your friend. That weirdo who you like to tongue kiss on camera. Who's married to a woman who seems to not have a problem with the fact that y'all both some weirdo cake boys. Like, real rap. I would go into my studio and drop a link. But a guy like you who likes to do stuff like this to kids and put it on film. You know, 2014 wasn't that long ago. It was only 11 years. Do you really think that 11 years will make everybody forget what a douche you are? Because you are a douche without a doubt. You are Willie Lynch's greatest accomplishment. You sure are. You and your friend. By the way, that highlighted name has an S at the end of it. Just in case anybody wanted to know. Yeah, but back to you. You know, it's one thing to, like, I don't know, try to make your way in Hollywood. I'm sure all of the dirty, nasty things you had to do to get to where you are, I'm sure you think they're justified. Mr. Aries Spear Chucker. Mr. Akata de jour. More like PDF galore. Because that's what you are. Everyone can see it on the thumbnail. Mr. Spears called his Uncle Mo Lester, right? You Uncle Mo Lester, Mr. Doe on film. It was your friend that filmed it, though. It was your friend that filmed it and edited it. But the two of y'all did write it, and you did all of that. It's wild. All y'all had to do was sell out a black woman. That's all y'all had to do. So that you could be weird forever, disgusting forever, nasty forever. Everything except funny. You know, guys, over the course of the week, we've been talking about the Willie Lynch project and those letters, the making of a slave. All you have to do is pit them against each other, right? That's all you got to do. Pit them against each other. Gender, age, sometimes even size. Definitely money. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys ever saw this picture. Like, I'm not a clout chaser. I'm not. I've never been. I don't know how many times when I was growing up and they'd be like, oh, where was you at? Oh, I was kicking with such and such. I was kicking it with such a... No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. You ain't getting no pictures. No, because thirsty people need pictures. As y'all can see, I didn't even take that picture. This was quite the day. A woman saw me and she became completely overwhelmed. She was like, I know you. I know. And I hated that I had to run out. And then somebody stole my We Ready hat. Because I got my We Ready hat that day. And I went, yeah, because this was, I'm trying to remember the name of the event. But it was over there by Baldwin, Baldwin Hills, over there by the mall. And Tiffany had her own, her own booth out there. And I dared to walk through the crowd, just a normal woman. But of course I wasn't alone. I was with my producer at the time. And, we stopped in just to support. And she's neighborhood, and it was so wild because I'll never forget when we first started talking about David Spates. And she was like, I hated the fact that she was like, he was so cool. And she thought they were both so cool. And when they called her over and when they asked her to bring kids for this after-school PSA, because that's what they told her it was. It's funny how it changed after she left. Because, see, Mr. Spates decided he was going to make sure it looked exactly like what is being said on this screen. You got to be a real weirdo to want to make anything like this to begin with. But to involve children, like real rap, to involve kids, to use that woman, to line her up, to go and bring children, innocent children. Innocent children. To these weirdos. Everybody looked at Tiffany like there was something really wrong with her. They hung that black woman high. They waited for her to rise all the way up just so they could snatch her down. The thing that I found really sad was when you called her right after you found out her and I had linked up and you cried. like the bitch you are on the phone, talking about how bad you felt about betraying her and how bad you felt about lining her up and how much you hated it or what you had to do to her. But what were you supposed to do? They pay you $2 million a year. You weren't ever going to get another chance like that. You just had to line up a sister to get it. You wanna know what's funny? A lot of people talk about Tiffany, and a lot of people talk about her comedy. But one person I know, Tiffany Haddish, is definitely funnier than is you. Because you're not funny at all. You're not. What you are is a buffoon. See, you, just in case everybody don't remember, SNL Crash Out. Straight crash test dummy. And from what I heard, the problems with you keeping things out of your nose and mouth had a lot to do with it. You're not funny. What sold out anything have you ever had? It probably made you feel good to line Tiffany up. It probably made you feel good to see her go through hell while you skated by on your Schluminati dollar with your weirdo friends who you like to do things to kids with and put it on film. Because that's who you are. You are a Class A PDFer. Say, man, I hear you like them young. I don't hear. I read you like them young. I read you like them young. Hey, Lawrence Speaks Up. I don't hear it. It's not gossip. These are court documents that were released online to the public so people could know how dangerous you, Aries Spears, and David Spates are. Why are y'all still operating and working in Hollywood? Why is David Spates pretending to be a halfway decent human being working at a so-called faith-based production company? And all you had to do was line up a black woman. Like, because see, before I go in on you all the way, I want to make sure everyone, if he wants to do comedy, he should just put that part. Good one, my ad. All you had to do was line her up. That was your price of admission. We can do better with these likes. We got 238 people in here, and we only got 73 likes. We should have at least 200 likes. Honestly, it should be 250. There shouldn't be more than 25 haters in here. And guys, this isn't a members only live. As you see, it's subscriber mode because I want as many people to come through here and try to argue with me about this idiot. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Don't save him. He don't need nobody to save him. He got Schluminati. And all he had to do was sacrifice a black woman's career to get it. And so now you want to talk about Corey Holcomb. You want to call Corey Holcomb bitter and all kinds of names and say all kinds of things. And I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Real weird. Like super duper 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 weird. Because the one thing I've never heard about Corey Holcomb is that he liked to touch on kids. I mean, they tried to convince the world that he was some kind of maniacal woman a beer. They tried to convince the world that he's just bitter and broken and in bad. Like, I mean, people say a lot of things about Corey. But you know what? I ain't never heard no story about Corey Holcomb ever doing anything like this. To get on. Oh, welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you could catch a live. Like, straight trap. Put a 1 in the chat if anybody has ever heard about Corey Holcomb grabbing up on kids and sacrificing black women's careers to get on. Anyone? Put a 1 in the chat if anyone has ever heard about Corey Holcomb, A being a minor. I want to know. I want to know. Ooh, yes, I want to know. Give me a 1. If somebody's heard, put a 1 in the chat if you ever heard about Corey Holcomb doing any of this stuff on this screen to a kid. Want to know what else I also thought was really funny? Yeah, I used to roll in Sac. I still got folks out Sac, Stockton, all of that. But seriously though, I just, for a guy like you who does stuff like this to sacrifice black women so you could make $2 million a year to be nothing. This man, I wish they did verses in comedy. That's what I really wish. I wish they had a comedy versus, because I would like to see you and Corey Holcomb verse each other in comedy. Like, can y'all imagine that? Like, rather than a rap battle, like a comedy battle? Yeah, I would have to agree. I remember you when I was a child. That's all I needed to know. This lady is legit. Oh, bless you. No, seriously, like, they got all of these verses for all this whack-ass music. Why can't we have a comedy versus? Because I would love to see this brilliant comedian who really is an awesome commentator. And Corey is. I undersold his genius. I didn't get his genius. And I think that's why a guy like this that likes to make videos, you know, doing weird stuff with kids and sticking his tongue down his friend's throat who's a married man. And when I say throat, I mean throat, because that's the married man, David Spates. David Spates is married. And he was so desperate to get on, he was willing to stick his tongue in this idiot's mouth, or let this idiot, or they rub the tongue. You already know how I feel about Lunel. You know that's my baby. You know I love her to death. That'll never change, no matter what. It's wild. I haven't talked to her since Dwayne died. We were all friends together, you know. We all met at Jeffries. I'm just trying to figure it out. So now you want to run your mouth and act like you got a right to say anything about a real man. See, that's what a real man looks like. And it's what a punk look like. Because you a whole punk. You are a Willie Lynch original, baby. Fresh off the plantation. Ready to destroy anybody that mess her ass so you can get your piece of cornbread. Like, I got to wait until I flip this because I don't even want my face on the same screen as you, G. He a whole punk. I'm serious. Like, this guy. You want to call Corey Holcomb bitter? No. Want to know what's sad? Even after everything y'all did to this woman, she's not bitter. She ain't even worried about y'all. Not at all. Not in any way. She's cursing all of y'all with joy. And I don't know if anybody has got like her book, but please. And I don't know if she still has that strain, her clouds, but please support Black women. There's so much hate and so much vitriol, but it just really pisses me off when little cockeyed weirdos like this keep to get they just keep letting them make it, G. See, these men, I can't even call them men. Just these little cake boys. I'm just tired. I'm tired of all these sodomites. Because it's the sodomites who really, 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 really run all over Black women. Especially our own. 5150, baby. Corey Holcomb, Chi-Town. Corey's a real man. And I've also never heard about Corey destroying another African-American, especially a woman, to get ahead. And because he has integrity, and because he has decency, and because he cares about his community a lot more than you do, now all of a sudden he's bitter and he's mad and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I mean, Jess Hilarious already tried to come at him. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. While them Schluminati dudes is running you around, making you jump through hoops, making you get on your knees, making you open your mouth, while Jess is over there, sitting there playing her games, talking her crap, while the woman that she picked, who she didn't know was her replacement, is making a fool out of her every day. Like, to see a meme that says, "the job is mine," and have their faces on it, like, it's weird. It's weird, G. Super duper weird. I support Black women any way I can, because many Black women, hold on, I don't want to lose this, because many Black women have mothered me when they didn't have to, because they wanted to. And because a lot of Black women in my life are just incredible, strong. Oh, that's a wonderful thing to say. You know, until our community starts learning how to take better care of our community, no one's ever going to respect it. You know, and you know, salute to Corey Holcomb, because the truth is, he's had his own, like, issues with being lined up in Hollywood. And at first, when I heard him talking, I really didn't hear him. I was still hearing through the ears of what everybody else had to say around him. And then I had to remember when we met. That's how they do. That's how they do us. They line us up. They pit us against each other. There used to be a time when Black folks didn't run to court all the time. They squashed it. Straight trap. They squashed it. And they moved on. And if they couldn't squash it, then they duke it up. But I guarantee you this, as big and country strong as Corey Holcomb is, even if y'all was versing in a boxing match, I put my money on Corey. I do. I put my money right on Corey. And I pray that he's listening to Not Like Us when he whooped your ass. Like, I would be over there playing Not Like Us. The whole time, he's sitting there busting you in your mouth. Because the truth is, if this world were a fair place, he should be able to get like 5 minutes with you, and all black women would cheer him on for what you did to that black woman who was just trying to make her way. And she fought, and she fought, and she fought, and she fought, and she fought. And the second that she broke through that glass ceiling, the second that she got girls trip, next thing you know, this thing came. Haven't y'all noticed how they work with the lineup? Y'all ain't noticing that yet, how the lineup work? They don't get you. Now, they wait up. I'm sorry. Emerald 5, congratulations on winning the Defender of Freedom Award. Well deserved. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. A lot of people don't like to... Aries just looks like he plays with peanut... A bar of extra chunky Skippy. That's what he should have did. He should have made a film with the peanut butter jar, not with the kids. Not with the kids. You could have made a whole video on that. You could have put it on MySpace or something. Pick up the peanut butter, put down the children. Because, see, this is what you and your friend David Spates like to do. Y'all like to film grotesque things with kids. Oh, his relationship with Vlad is very suspect. But then, you know, there's that guy that what was his name? Schultz guy. The one who said he was going to mouth grape Kendrick Lamar and he was going to love it. Ugh. And we all know about Vlad, and we all know exactly what Vlad is. I know he's mad. I know he's really mad. I know he's super duper 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 mad. Oh, I know it. Without a doubt. But who cares? People, you know, everybody's been mad. You know, welcome to the party. Like, for real. Welcome to the whole party. My dude. Like, for real. Schultz is absolutely disgusting. And anybody that's been... I know. But see, there you go. And don't forget, Charlemagne the butt plug. Charlemagne the butt plug, who likes to make ass cheek cakes for married men. Are we hearing, like... Because they made the cake. They made the butt cheek cake. Wasn't it for envy? Before he started, you know, bride and G-rooming his daughter to be half naked. Sing a bunch of inappropriate lyrics that should never come out of a child's mouth. Okay, so we got envy with the casted butt cake given to him by Charlemagne the fraud, who also has his own minor case. And then you got the Schultz guy, who apparently thinks he's Big Daddy from the plantation, and he just gonna run around and butt break and mouth break every black man who stands up for his people, and then that's connected to the Vlad. And we all know, if you down with Vlad, you doing bad. So then you take that and you line that up to David Spates and this guy, Aries Spears Chucker. See, the thing is, if there was a comedy battle, I go toe-to-toe with you because I know I could eat your ass up. I know I'm funnier than you. Like, I definitely know I'm funnier than you. And if I'm funnier than you, I definitely know she's funnier than you. And one thing I know for certain, this man he ain't got no reason to be bitter. See, bitter is a broken butthole. That's not his problem. That's your problem, Aries Spear Chucker. This man knows how to write a whole set and get a whole joke. This man goes live impromptu on YouTube with a cast. And the cast, as funny as all of them are, cannot keep up with this man. What's he got to be bitter about? He's talented, he's gifted, he loves God, and he doesn't need to screw over black women. And film himself fondling children so that he can make $2 million a year? For what? What you doing with it? What, you getting some more children with it? You like the little people. You love them. You love them so much, you like to be Uncle Molester. Mm-hmm. That's what y'all did to get on. You sacrificed this woman's career. And you did all of that for what? What did you do all of that for? I know I'm funnier than this loser. What does Corey Holcomb have to be jealous of a sodomite for? He ain't got to worry about his butthole collapsing. You do. He ain't got to worry about a woman kissing him and saying, oh my God, is that semen? He doesn't have to do that. You do. When he goes to the bathroom, he's not waiting on his date to come so he can book his next gig. You do. Bitter? I hope the men that allegedly put themselves in your mouth so you can keep earning that $2 million a year don't eat asparagus, because whatever you sucking out of them is definitely bitter. Definitely. I don't even know how women can tolerate being around you for any period of time at all. Because honestly, when I look at you and your whole lineup of sodomite weirdo friends, literally, like, I want to take all of y'all. Like, why couldn't Gail? Like, if Gail and that other rich white woman wanted to go to space and waste $1 billion for a 11-minute trip, why couldn't they make it work for our country? Why couldn't they take you, David Spates, the Schultz Klansmen, Vladimir Fakuski, and his ugly ass wife, who I'm sure ain't nothing more than a plant. That marriage can't be any more real than his DJ career. Charlemagne, the fraud, A minor, and Envy, who ain't nobody envying, but clearly you got the right name because you envy Charlemagne the fraud, who is a frog who kissed the prince so he could look okay. Let's look at the sodomite lineup. Let's look at the long line to hell. This guy, David Spates, Schultz, Vladimir Fakuski, Charlemagne, and I ain't even got enough fingers on one hand to count all you weirdos. Like, I still need another hand to put together your whole little sodomite clan club. I want to know one thing, though. Seriously. And I want to ask you this. I want to look you in your face and ask you this. What does Vlad's jizz taste like? Because I already know. In my mind, I truly do believe. You know what? I'm going to stop right now. We got 700 people in the room and only 163 likes. Oh, hell no. I better see 500 likes immediately. Don't just come here and watch. Let's make sure Aries sees it. Yeah, that ROI. DIY, ROI. Do it yourself. Return on investment. Yes. You ain't even got to do a lot. Just tap the screen. You here, ain't you? Tap the screen. You here, ain't you? Oh, you got double tap. Tap, 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 tap. That's all you got to do. I ain't sitting up here running down on this fool. So y'all don't like it, and it takes 2 days to get through the algorithm. I need at least 500 likes. You know he's watching. And if he ain't, he about to, because I got a feeling somebody's calling his weird Vienna sausage sucking self and let him know Jaguar Wright is running down on him. I am. Because I'm tired of this Willie Lynch foolishness. I can't stand none of your weird white friends, and I hate your black friends. I'm going to be honest. I actually like your white friends better than your black friends. That's funny, because your white friends are more relevant than your black friends. I guess those are the ones you have to really, DIY on that ROI. $250? That's not enough. I need at least 250 more. Because I got some more things to say. But I'm not saying it until I see at least 500 likes. I'll just sit here and coast. And we can just sit here and look at this weirdo. And we can just imagine. We can just imagine how difficult it must be for his wife. Don't he got a wife? I know David Spates has a wife. His wife or his girlfriend. I don't know. Who is he? Is he, you know what? Siri? Does Aries Spears have a wife? Aries Spears is currently saying, well, I'm sure that works good. I'm sure that works good. Because I don't know no woman that wants to suck on, her man's boss. But we can't say the same for David Spates because we do know he's married. And, and he like to suck on your tongue. Akata weirdos. Well, he probably wouldn't have time for a woman anyway with all that ass he's sucking. And you want to talk about Corey Holcomb? For what? You should have left that alone. See, that's what a real man looks like. And this is what a punk sodomite looks like. When he sits down, he feels no pain and needs no cushion. When you sit down, you trying to remember who was back there pushing. Real rap. Bars. Siri. Is Aries Spears homosexual?
Okay, I found this on the web for Is Aries Spears homosexual? Check it out.
Aries Spears on kissing a man in his F a book music. Oh, wow. Aries Spears says he's not gay after kissing another man. Aries Spears kissing a man in my comedy music video. Does it mean? Yeah, it does. You lie. You's a lie. There's no way I should be able to ask Siri that. You weirdo. You know what? I'm going to do it one more time. Just for the cheap seats. Siri.
Uh-huh.
Is Aries Spears a homosexual? That's a shame that I can find this in Google. That's a shame. That's a shame that I can ask Siri. Siri. Are David Spates and Aries Spears lovers? Oh! Laugh Factory. Where comedy... Oh, I can't tell y'all what Siri said. But I can tell you one thing. I don't need Siri to tell me about this. This is on court document. Look, Siri snitching. Siri said, hashtag I'm telling. Sure did. Siri said she just pulled it up. She ain't even give a comment. She just pulled it up and rolled out. Roll out. Roll out. Like that's bad when Siris know you a punk ass homo. Like that's bad. And you want to talk about somebody being bitter? You want to talk about somebody being, I don't know, upset about their career? You don't even have a career. Your career is just as imaginary as Vlad. Yup, Siri said it. Hashtag I'm telling. He's a punk ass homo. Sure is. And if Siri said, you know. You already know. But then again, considering these court documents and all. Public service announcement. This man is a true danger to America's future. Because any black man that would sacrifice a beautiful, intelligent, smart, and hardworking black woman just to get by. You real Talib Kweli. You real Talib Kweli green with envy. You literally sacrificed a sister so you could screw misters with your very single self. And just because I sucked a man's tongue and let a man probe my mouth with his doesn't mean I'm gay. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Stop lying to yourself. Thank you. You know what? It was a great time. It was a short time, but it was a great time. And when I think about that picture and that day, and then this picture and this day, yeah, I'm fixing to go tell Mister. Sure am. I'm telling. And his name is Spates. S-P-A-T-E-S. Sure is. Just because I suck on a man's tongue doesn't mean I'm a homo. Yes, it does. Because, see, this man on the screen, I know he ain't doing that. No, we are all going to support Tiffany and not let that thing ruin anything for her. How can you not adore Tiffany? I know. I tried to be mad at her. I tried to be disgusted with her. And you know what? I'm so glad I took the time to meet her in person. Just, yes, prison culture changed everything. But the thing is, they all got a choice. And I hate the fact that Tiffany and Corey have a slightly volatile relationship. But I don't get in the middle of that. How people deal with what they deal with and who they, I don't get involved in everybody's fight. But when I see something where I got a dog in that fight, I gotta say something. Thank you. Yes, follow Tiffany. And when you get over there, tell her the Jaguar sent you. That's how me and Tiffany collided. I went off on her on Instagram. And she said, and she jumped in my live and she was like, Jag, I think you just love me. And I'm like, no, I don't. And then Meech called her and Meech said, Jag, it's a misunderstanding. Come on, talk to her, work it out. And salute to Big Meech for that. But when I got to know her, when I really got to know her, I miss talking to her on Sabbath. And, it's wild because it's Sabbath. When we first started, and then when she went to Africa and then things, and then everything went crazy with me. And then I shut my life down because I didn't want to make her a victim of YouTube too. But to know that this thing that was set as like a skyrocketed missile to destroy her 6 years later, it's kind of pathetic. Because as terrible as it was, if y'all was going to go after everybody, you should have went after everybody the second that it got posted up on Funny or Die, but it sat there for 6 years before anything said anything about it. And this guy orchestrated the whole thing so that he can make $2 million a year to sit around and hang around with a bunch of sodomites and not be funny at all. And you want to call Corey Holcomb? You want to call him bitter? Mad about his career? He has a great career. He didn't have to compromise any part of his body, mind, or soul to get it. He didn't have to sacrifice women to do it. That's what you did. I ain't gonna be here long. I pretty much really said all I gotta say. But you and David, I'm far from done. As an American, as a woman, as an African-American woman, and also now a defender of freedom. Yeah, nah. Yeah, you gave me no choice but to weigh in. You gave me no choice at all. None. Because I'm not going to sit around and let you go and run down with your Willie Lynch isms on Corey Holcomb when you are probably the most disgusting thing that has ever happened to Black America. You're pathetic. Just pathetic. Hold on a second.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, Joker. I'm sorry. I'm live on my YouTube. I'm running down on Aries Spears.
Oh, got to. No.
Nah. How the hell is he going to go after Corey Holcomb when he's a whole PDFer?
Yeah, man.
Who sucks men's
goddamn Corey.
tongues and hangs out with Vlad and that weirdo Schultz who threatened to mouth grape Kendrick Lamar because he's awesome and he wants to butt break him and take him down to antebellum.
I remember he said it. I remember he said it.
I don't get it.
You gotta do what you gotta do. These folks is kind of wilding out here.
So did you want to go out? Did you want to do that tonight? Oh, everyone's saying hi, Joker.
Tell them I said what's good. No, yeah, it's up to you. Do you want to go later or we could go tomorrow? Easter, we give them an Easter show.
You want to do an Easter show?
Hey, we could do an Easter show. That could be awesome.
A scavenger hunt?
Oh man, I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that.
I don't know. I'm thinking about just starting to, like, you know, emasculate men and do you don't need these testicles treasure hunt.
Right. Fine. Not the Easter. Not Easter. Let's find the Easter balls.
No, the huevos. Huevos. Huevos.
Yeah, sorry, huevos.
Huevos.
Huevos. Apologies.
Yeah, no, let's not ruin the thought of eggs.
Yeah, let's not ruin the thought of eggs. I mean, you know,
As expensive as they've been, and the prices are starting to come down. Let's give eggs a break.
Let's give them a break. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
What do you guys think? Because the Jaganators are all here. We got about 642 people in the room. I still don't know why we don't have 500 likes yet. This is insane to me.
Yes, no. Tell them, get the likes. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
They hating. They hating big time.
What are we doing? They just there watching, taking notes?
Well, no, it's the trolls. You know, the trolls like to come through, and then there's the haters that like to come and watch. And I'm sure Aries Spears has sent his own, like, little personal brigade to come and watch, and and wooty-woo. And guess what? It doesn't change these court documents. You are a PDF-er. It says here in the document. You should probably go check out the video because the receipt is actually my thumbnail. But see, it says that Mr. Spears turned straight into Uncle Molester. And DYI'd on little Mr. Doe. It says there was G unit behavior. It said there was groping, and it's a kid.
Yeah, you know the world is going HELL tacos, hockey sticks in a handbasket.
Well, by the way, I haven't really talked to you about anything. I wanted to ask you: are people upset about the Doechii thing, or is it all just like crickets?
It's all crickets on that end, but
nobody's saying anything about the Doechii thing.
Yeah, that did grab their attention though.
Whose attention?
The people. Right when we put that in the members, that in the title was the highest. You know, that was 200 members in the first 8 hours.
Oh wow!
I mean, 200 views in the first 8 hours, as far as just members alone. So something about that title grabbed them.
I don't know. I hope the truth grabbed them, because you know, Punch just sat down with somebody else. Capping, talking about, oh, well, just because Doechii's doing this and doing that, it doesn't make her a plant. And just because the label is pushing her album, it doesn't mean this and it doesn't mean that. Cap.
Yeah, they can't say what.
Cap.
I mean, Doechii says what she says and she has to live by that. Number
one, let's just keep it a bean. Doechii is the new sexy red. She done burned too many people with that hot snatch of hers. She done ran around with that little hot pocket and set the CDC visits on a new high. I heard after that girl, they had to bring back giving the shots in the ass again.
Damn.
Like, just regular pills don't work no more. You got to get a shot to get that. And it ain't nothing sexy about it. I couldn't believe it. I went to the mall and I seen it was in a athletic store and she was in the athletic clothes. I guess she's supposed to have been, and she just had a monkey just sitting out.
Just sitting out. No. That seems to be the wardrobe of attire.
Well, no, because I guess Doechii needed to take it to the next level Because she was just at an event that not long ago. I think she was wearing white or something. Had a split all the way up the front. The goofy bitch didn't have on no drawers.
Man, let it all hang out. I mean,
listen to me. For a woman who does not wear drawers, and this is coming from a woman who doesn't wear drawers. Bitch, keep it in. Cover it. See, that's why I'm working on my new ministries. I got 2 new ministries. It's Put Your Clothes On ministry. And I think we need to send our missionaries to go to Dochi and go right and make sure they stop at the Goodwill bin. And when they go in there to get us some shoes, get the plastic jellies just so to make sure her feet smell like corn chips so she can get her ass in the shower and wash some of that filth off. Go over there and whoop that little bitch ass until she get clothes on. In the name of Jesus. I'm dead ass.
I won't argue.
You just got your snatch out there all over the place. And then want to blame it on the fact that you're from Florida. That's the excuse. I'm from Florida. You know how many bitches I know that wear that's full dress. There's Muslims in Florida. It's wild. They got Hebrew Israelites in Florida. So anyway, I think, see, he be in that, he be over there in that area. I won't wait for Joker to come back. So what do you guys think? Tomorrow? Like, what do y'all think? Like, early or late? Because I'm on West Coast time. Yeah, we lost signal. I'm sure he'll call back. But when me and him talk again, like, what are y'all thinking? Like, shalom. What are y'all thinking? Like, afternoon, morning? Tomorrow? Early? Okay. Okay. I'll let him know when he called back. Yeah, the monkey. The monkey paw. Just sitting there. They leave nothing to the imagination. Like, some of these female rappers, let's just keep it a bean. Let's keep it all the way a bean and funky at the same time. I've seen prostitutes that look more demure than most of these female rappers. I know prosties that wear more clothes than these rappers. Dead ass. I know call girls that would look down at most of these female rappers. Not too early. Like I said, I'm West Coast, so I know that we're looping all the way around. So, I don't know. What do y'all guys think about like a midday thing? Because a midday thing is not too early for me. It's very sad. It's very sad when a female rapper can make a prostitute look like a church deaconess. It's very sad. Very sad. Midday is perfect, Auntie Leah. Okay, so I'm thinking midday, East Coast time, like somewhere in between like 11 and 2, or maybe 12 and 3. Y'all let me know, 11 and 2 or 12 and 3. Put a 1 for 11 and 2. Put a 2 for 12 and 3. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Got it. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of 2s. Okay. Okay. I'm annoyed with female rappers. Like, they make me wanna they make me wanna come out of retirement to show them how it's done. Like, for real. To show them how it's done. They make me want to come out of retirement. Like, I really hope Doechii do say something. Like, I want her to say something so I can just go in and drop 3 16s and sing my own hook and eat her whole ass alive. I will go and take every song title from whatever she's released and I'll put it all in one song and I'll make it all the hanger. That's what I was known for. I was a battle queen freestyle. I just chose to sing. See, it's bad when somebody can talk you down and then walk you down. And she's too young to understand my intellect. But what I don't understand is why Punch is capping so hard. Because I understand that there are some people that think, oh, yeah, you're doing a great job. And, oh, yeah. You know, yeah, no, you really not. Not my opinion. You know, I've been cordial. But you kind of crossed the line, Punch, when you tried to convince everybody that that little hoe, that little intelligent hoe, because she's intelligent, but she's a hoe. And she's a hoe that's pushing propaganda, trying to make people believe that all men have to be homosexual. Y'all tell Kendrick Lamar to tone it down on Drake or Euphoria when the world needed that PSA. But you want to sit up here and cap for her like she ain't destroying the black community with her thoughts? I don't want no young women that I know listening to that shit that she's pushing. That you're pushing, Punch. Or maybe you just a little punchy in the fucking head. And I don't give no fuck what you say. And don't have nobody call me. I've already gotten one phone call and I was nice. Not with this shit. Not with this shit at all. Maybe the reason why you told Kendrick to tone down Euphoria is because you already knew all of these cases was coming for your friend the Jigga Man, see? A lot of people tend to forget how tight Punch and the Jigga Man are. I guess everybody's a little scared of a Rico. Because I know when the Jigga Man calls you, you dance. You dance like Gregory Hines, nigga. And that's real rap. I heard what you did, and I know some people think, oh, it's such a great interview. No, it wasn't. It was all propaganda and cap. You should have left the Doechii shit alone. And now, since you want to try to convince everybody that y'all ain't pushing a fucking industry plant to take over for Sexy Red because she's sexy dead now, yeah, nah. Was she going to be at Jamie Foxx's house next? Are we going to see Doechii making appearances at Jamie Foxx's house next? Because I know he was over there hosting a Sexy Dead Red. Like, this whole Shluminati shit is weird. Sexy Red over there at Jamie Foxx's house kicking it with his daughter, and then the next thing you know, he get busted in the head over there in Beverly Hills at Mr. Child's on his birthday. You got Doechii running around doing all kinds of crazy stuff. What? What's good, y'all? Like, for real, what's good? Because ain't nothing good coming over there right now. And you know what? I'm not pulling no punches now on Tracking the Pain. Because we're going to be going through the catalogs of Ab-Soul and Alori Joe. See, after I saw that thing about SZA making fun of Alori Joe's death, bad taste. It's funny, you can give Kendrick advice on how to not hurt his career by telling the truth too much, but you ain't reining in SZA over Alori Joe, who was the first lady of TDE until she died. And then here comes SZA. And now you got Doechii. It's a lot of plant shit going on, G. Or maybe I should start picking at that story that I heard from somebody that allegedly used to hang over there. Because what I was told was that SZA got jumped into her record deal. What I was told is that SZA was crying in the studio, crying for Kendrick to come and save her, but he wasn't around while she was getting tag teamed. That's what I heard. And it's all alleged. Nobody's confirmed it. It's all alleged. Nobody's confirmed it, except for the person that whispered it to me. A Lori Joe jumps off a control tower and impales herself. Right on the brink of her career breaking and Ab career breaking. Then all of a sudden, here comes SZA. And then I hear this terrible story. And when I listen to her music and her lyrics, so much pain and confusion in there. Now, I don't know what's happened to her, but I know for me, my music was very cathartic for a lot of my pain. But for her to make fun of a Lori Joe, not cool. And this isn't about any of your characters. I don't care. I'm talking about the art. Because a Lori Joe was to TDE what Michelle A was to Ruthless Records. Sounds like they both got screwed over one way or the other. And that's why this new podcast series, Tracking the Pain, is so important. Because the truth is, the evidence of all of this fuckery is right there in the music. But everybody's so busy listening to the beat. Everybody's so like the second that they had SZA in that bodysuit, like all over a robot, lap dancing on a robot. Project just comes out and they got her like a bear taking a crap in somebody's yard. That's cute. But you're going too far with this Doechii shit. And it's sad because she's really intelligent. She's really talented. And the truth is, if she was just focused on her art, she could eat all of these hoes up. But she's so busy throwing a snatch out to everybody and lying to everybody about what real men are, that nobody's paying attention to the fact that she's dumbing herself all the way down so that she can get on the Schluminati plan. Hold on, what is this? It looks like has come to pass. I wonder why everyone thinks you are lying. Seriously, I have never ever thought you were ever lying. You have been in the game. Just please, Jag, watch your back. Please, please. Thank you, but God watches my back. Thank you, baby. I'm fine. I'm just sick and tired of everybody fucking lying. And we need 150 more likes. I need to go. Hey, Kadisha. Hi. Happy resurrection. I'm over at your channel after this because I got to see the rest of the stuff. How was the TikTok event? I saw the pictures. Oh, honey, you look gorgeous. You look demure. Absolutely demure. Come on, y'all. Come on. Throw it up. Throw it up. Kadisha Lynn is in the chat. Throw it up. And she went to LA and made it back safe. So now we know we don't have to worry about her anymore. It was amazing. You looked amazing. You looked happy. Like you really, in the midst of all of this crazy dittiness, you've been having a pretty fantastic life. The baby's birthday, the TikTok event. You're an honored and celebrated creator. And I know why they wanted you there, because the Diddy trial is coming. And, you know, it's Diddy-fied. And it's Diddy time, and you gonna do what you do. And I love you for it. And thank you for always just following your heart. And thank you for all the respect that you've ever shown me in my content. Thank you for being like the first content creator to expose the fact that I couldn't have done what they said I did in that lawsuit. Thank you. I almost wish you were a lawyer. I would hire you in a heartbeat. We got to be grateful for the people that are out here telling the truth. And we need to hold accountable the people that do nothing but tell lies. It's time to stop being afraid to just be honest. We just have to tell the truth. It'll set you free. Oh, Kadisha says, hi, chat. I see y'all. And you know, Jag, I always love you. You told us all what... I remember the first time I saw you on TikTok. I said, I don't know who this girl is, but she's going to be a problem. And I can't wait to see it. Thank you for not letting me down. You know, as a follower and supporter of you and your work, you know, Jaganators, we're big fans of you. And somewhere along the way, you managed to come over here to YouTube and still keep your integrity, do your thing, not be persuaded by the troll farms, not like you have so much integrity. You just do. And that's just something that warms my heart. Ah! Are you serious? Okay, we got to get over to your channel. By the way, Kadisha, do you go live? Do you go live? They be messing with my notifications. I know I'm subscribed to your channel, but I was wondering if you go live or is it just uploads? Because if you go live, Jag Nation is coming over and we're making it rain. We're super chatting. Because, yeah. With content creators like you, I can sleep and not have to worry about whether or not there's another lie coming out. Swear. Well, listen to me. If you go live, just let us know. You know what I mean? Just at me and let us know so we can come through and we can support you and we can get behind you. Because it's not easy doing what we do. But having you out there, you have no idea on the days where I said, you know what, I just need to quit because they're never going to care. They're never going to get it. I would see you and be like, nope, I got to stay in it. And that's the beautiful thing about people like us. We encourage each other. We encourage each other. So, yeah, I got to end it on a pleasant note. And then I'm sitting here looking at Flamingo and Koval, and I'm looking at Tupac, and I'm doing some research because it's time for me to get back to a few things. Oh, hold on. What does Kadisha say? You already know XOXO. You already supported me so much. Thank you. People are freaking out on TikTok because someone mashed you up, shouting me out and adding my... I got to get over there. You know, I very rarely am over at TikTok. I don't know why. Like, I think it's just because I'm old. I'm a Gen Xer and I hated technology. And now I'm, you know, I got to get over there. It's just, I've been so entrenched in this war with TikTok, YouTube. It's, YouTube is it's a problem. And there's just too much disinformation. And that's why every time I see a post from you, I share it instantly. And as our, you know, community is growing, we're 55K on our way to 60. I'm hoping that I can get right behind you and get that 100 because we need at least 10 strong content creators that have 100,000 subscribers or more. I hear you, Lala. But seriously, I don't care. I'm not worried about a guy that calls himself Punch. Because if you call yourself Punch, 9 times out of 10 is because a lot of people punched you. So, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm going to end it on a positive note. I am. I'm going to end it with Khadisha Lynn. She made it back safe from Hollywood. No one kidnapped her. No one teleported her. She has not been cloned. She is back and she is here to give us the word and the tea and all of that good stuff in between. I know I wish we could get the likes to match the views, but we're getting closer than we were. So, and by the way, if you guys aren't subscribed to Khadisha Lynn here, and I feel bad because I'm part of the reason why people on YouTube messed up her name. I am. But her name is Khadisha Lynn. Yes, happy Easter. Happy Easter. And have fun on your Easter egg hunt or whatever you're doing with your fabulous family. Yeah. Me and Joker are going live on his channel tomorrow to do a recap of my new interview. It's funny. You know, it used to be when I would do an interview over there, people would like buck up and there would be a lot of this and a lot of that. And now it's just like, who gonna say something first? You gonna say something? I don't want it with Jag. I don't want it with Jag. You gonna say something? Like it's getting to the point now where I'm just about to let Jag Quilla take everything over. Like real rap. But yeah, no, on that note, and Khadisha's right. Let's focus on the wins. The big wins. And let's make sure Diddy doesn't come home, and let's make sure the rest of his friends make it there. You know, R. Kelly has been lonely for so long, and all of his friends just abandoned him. And I would really love it if we could get all of them together and get them down to Guantanamo Bay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love that. I would love if we could get rid of all these weirdos and we could just put them down in Guantanamo Bay, you know? Like, just get them down there to get more. You know what I mean? So I have a reason to go in the studio and do that track I'm working on. Get low, get low, get more, get more. I'm telling you, I got to get that done. I got to get that done. I might put a verse for Doechii in that. I don't know, you know, because for real, man. For real, man. It always comes down to the usual suspects. It just does. But at the end of the day, if anybody's Kaiser Sose, you know, they thought he was so weak. They thought he was just a gimp. They thought he was just a wannabe, clout chasing real criminals, looking for blame, you know, glamour and glory and fame and all of that. Yeah, it was sad to hear about his, you know, his stories. Oh, it was sad. But we're not talking about the man. We're talking about the character. Kaiser Sose. You know? He sat there amongst his enemies. He turned them into his allies. He figured out all of their fears. All of their insecurities. And then he used them against them. One by one. And at the end, when he walked out of the interrogation room, and everybody had just shut him off and they let him go and he got his deal, and that was that. Boom. They didn't realize he was Kaiser Sose. They thought he was just some gimp named Verbal Kent. The name of the film is called Usual Suspects. Benicio del Toro, Gabriel Byrne. I mean, it was a really, really, really phenomenal cast. And we're talking about a Benicio del Toro when he was very young. He played Finster. I loved his character. What do you mean? I do it. He really didn't make much sense. But yet, everyone understood him perfectly. It's just wild. They all thought Verbal Kemp was just nothing but a gimp. But when they were all screaming at the end, losing their life, they weren't even thinking about him. They were so worried about their own selves, they never even took into consideration that he was the one that did it all. He was the enemy that came back to settle the score. And he did it right there in their faces. Right up underneath their nose. Sure did. Yeah, Kobayashi. Oh, don't forget Redfoot. And the quartet from Skokie, Illinois. You know, people should stop underestimating anyone. Because even though there are always usual suspects, nobody really knows who the true villain is until nobody walks out but them. And on that note, happy Easter, happy resurrection. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content on the channel today. I hope we've been having fun. You know, we're doing this, we're doing that, but we're getting back to what matters. You know, one of my favorite parts of this film is this scene here. He had just walked away. Oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Oh, you watch Luther? I have to see that too. But trust me when I tell you, you'll never forget how Verbal Kent / Kaiser Sose evened all of his scores. When he walked out of the police station, he had a bit of a limp. And as it followed him down the street, you saw his foot straighten up. His gait became stronger. His walk became more confident. He wasn't walking like Verbal Kent at all. And then the next thing you know, he stops. He lit a cigarette. And a Jaguar XJ8 pulled up. And the next thing you know, he was gone. Never to be seen again. Or maybe never noticed again. Have a great night.